Hey y'all, welcome back. Happy November 15th, 2023. It is The Real Talk with Cass
and Kai.
We're back with another TruthVember episode number 7. And we've got a special one today. We're coming from a generational, multi-generational, multicultural mom-son podcast, right? That's what we have. And today we are going to be talking about a very important topic that I think is relevant to everyone. And that is, are you moved by freedom or security? So let's get into it. We're going to dive right in. And so first off, Kai, what does freedom and security mean to you?
So for me, I believe that freedom means the ability to live my own life on my own terms. It means just having the ability to make the choices that align with my values and just help me succeed in life, pretty much, and help my beliefs in whatever. So I believe that's what freedom means to me. So
I feel that. Thank you so much for sharing a little bit about what freedom and security means to you. I completely agree. For me, freedom is all about having the power, like he said, to choose your own life on your own terms and ultimately what's best for me or what's best for you, right? For yourself. For me as well, and another thing with freedom and security that's so important is having freedom of time and money. I believe that when you have the freedom of time and money, you have true autonomy, meaning that you are able to live and take care of yourself and live on your own terms without any constraints or restraints, right? Money is not everything, says the person that doesn't have any, right? That's a joke. I work in the financial services industry, so we kind of say that, but it is kind of true. But also, it's not about the money itself, but it's about the things that you can do. So it's kind of like my mentor or business coach says, it's the lubricant of life, having freedom of time and specifically money, right? Because your choices are just better, right? We understand that, and I'm sure you guys agree. So what about security? What does security mean to you? For me, sorry. So I'm going to just go share a little bit about security specifically. For me, it means having a sense of safety and stability, right? It's about knowing that my family and I are protected from harm, not having to worry about a roof over our heads and basic necessities, right? Again, I am on a mission to accumulate wealth at this point of my life, right? I don't have a whole bunch of assets just yet, right? That's why I said I'm in the accumulating stage of wealth. And so ultimately I can have that time of the freedom of time and money. So absolutely. Let's see. So Kai, tell us a little bit more like specifically with security, like what you think.
To be honest, I just think security is really important at the end of the day. It's about having a sense of like predictability and stability in life. It's about just being able to, do those things that you want to do or to plan for your future ahead without having to worry at all, especially when it comes to financial reasons or just yourself reasons or goals and dreams.
Yeah, a rainy day,
or
right?
just worrying about what might go wrong or anything as far as that. So just making sure that security is important at the end of the day, especially when it comes to what you want in your future life. So
Absolutely. Yeah, security, like he said, it is definitely about making sure that you have a foundation, a nest egg, right? Not just living to try and get by day to day, but also having like savings, right? If something happens that you weren't expecting, or just being able to take that trip or buy yourself something, right? That isn't going to break the bank, quote unquote, right? Mm-hmm. So that's so good, Kai. And do you think one is more important than the other, freedom or security? Because I feel like you're a very like S-driven person, which is security and like stability. So that's why it's really interesting we're talking about this.
Yeah, I'm
Tauruses are usually
I'm very what is it called?
Structured.
Not structured, but very determined. Very determined for whatever goes in my mind. I just think I'm very determined on that. But I don't think one is more important. I don't think one is more important than the other. Both freedom and security are essential for a happy, fulfilling life to me and possibly to others out there. It's about finding a balance between the two. So that's good. That's the key.
That's good. So no, one is not more important than the other. Exactly. Yes. I so agree with that. I definitely feel that it's important to have both freedom and security in life. It's all about having a way to have both without compromising one for the other. And again, not having one or the other, right? They're both needed. It's kind of like, balance, like the yin and yang. We want both of them. So separately, they're not as powerful as they are together with the yin and the yang. So that's really, really good.
Yeah. And, I mean, she's making very, very good
You
points.
are.
So, Mom, how do you think your cultural background has influenced your perspective on this topic?
Wow. That's deep. I believe that how you do one thing is how you do everything, and that also relates to how you think about something. It's usually connected to everything. So being very aware of my cultural background, my multicultural background that I've shared with you guys a little bit about is very diverse. I believe that my cultural background definitely has influenced my perspective on freedom, security, money, and everything. I've unfortunately, but it is what it is. I'm a product of a single mother who I think did an amazing job raising me in the most expensive city, I think, in the U.S., San Francisco, California. But I did see how even back then in the early 90s, having another income would have definitely helped us in a great way, right? And you've experienced that. You were a product of a single mother, right? Me, for a large part of your life. So I would say, so you see, it's kind of connected to everything. And I do believe not just being a product of a single parent, but obviously, yes, my multicultural background, being of African American and Asian, the way that both think about money culturally, typically, right? Maybe the lack of, maybe the way that they think of just the abundance, right? In anything in life. Definitely, I see how it's different and how it's affected my thinking. I don't want that. I've identified early that I am definitely striving for and want both freedom and security and freedom of time and money. So I definitely too believe, especially working in the financial services industry, talking to people about their mindset about money and abundance and lack and all these things, especially money, particularly money. Definitely see with other people too, it is stemming from cultural influences and the way we grew up and things like that. So absolutely, I think it's all connected. And
Period.
Yeah. What do you think about it?
I think just coming from being a kid in like the 2000s, seeing you and what we gone through.
Yeah.
I think just not being able to do what we want and having the things that we needed, it was very hard. But
like the lack of time, right? Like, don't you think like when I said like freedom of time and money, it's like I was striving for the money, right? And then being a single parent, being the sole income, right? You saw that. And then you saw the lack of freedom of time because I wasn't there, because I had to get the money, right? And even so, that a lot of times that the money still was short. Like we sacrificed things that we really wanted to do.
Yeah.
Right?
And I was going to say, when it comes to, like you're saying, I always say there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. So just being grown now, it's very, I cherish money. I cherish money now, even when I do get it. So
that's right.
I just think time and freedom and security is one thing that you for surely need, no matter what. So just make sure that like you're able to work to it and do the best that you can with what you have and what you gain from what you learned. So bars
on bars. That's all so true.
I know that just came to my head. I don't know.
That was really good.
I don't know.
I'm here for it.
I was just
keep
trying
going.
to speak and continue talking, and that's what came out. So take
That's
what
really
you want
good.
with that.
I love it.
So,
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what about generationally? Like, because we come from different generations, you and I, right? And we're speaking to an audience of people from all different generations, multi-generational, right? How do you feel that that's affected, like, between the generations, how they think about freedom and security?
Well, I believe back then for you guys, it was more so different.
Way back then.
Yeah, back in the old times, back in the old days. No offense.
It's definitely more lack.
You guys were more so to yourselves. You guys were very much like, back then, like back in my time, back in like the 2000s, it was very much like technology wasn't a thing or wasn't as big as how it was back then. So everyone was kind of with someone or like to themselves, not to themselves, but they were always like with family or just stuff like that. So when it comes to like the different types of generations and like security, I think the old generation, you guys had it a little bit more easy because you guys knew how to like not easy, but more so you guys knew what you had to do. You guys knew what you had to do to get what you need in order to put whatever you need on the table for your family or for your person or for whoever if it was by yourself. Now it's very much accessible to us.
That's really
better than back then.
Good point.
So I think so back then from her generation it was very much do it yourself. You gotta do what you gotta do, go to work, do With my generation now it's very much handed to you kind of on the platter, on a silver platter.
Wow.
If
you still have to be willing to get after it.
Yeah, you still gotta have that grind to get it.
Yes.
But
that's good.
It's very much like handed to you at the same time. I feel like
there's so many more options. Like, yeah, that's really good. That's a really good point. With the different generations, just being able to now, like the generation being like, wow, to like be a YouTuber or like an influencer is like an actual thing. Back in my day, and like my parents, they're like if you went home and told your parents that you were I'm gonna skip out on college, I'm feeling more like I'm giving more of like an influencer, like YouTuber, gamer, they'd be like, absolutely not, like, and I see that perspective from the parent too, because that's so foreign to them because they didn't have all of these accessibilities that your generation has. But like my generation kind of seeing it both. That's why I'm like, no, like you can do it, you know? And I've told you, like, I suggest if it were me and I'm you, right? I suggest like go to college, get your degree in IT and cybersecurity, which is something that's such a high demand right now. And that is, you'll still be employed by a company, but you're essentially independent contractor because it's the skill that you have. It's the license and certification that not many people have. And it's your time and skill level that you'll get paid for, right? So I've always suggested to get like a foundation going, but definitely never lose sight of and I understand the grind of putting yourself on too, and just like this, like staying committed to this. Side note, to be honest with you guys, yesterday we were supposed to film. It's been like a few days since, right? We've done TruthVember, right? I know you guys have realized that it's not like new intel or anything, but about that, it's just like I don't know about like for you, but like I needed a couple days off just to kind of come back to the middle, right? It's that mental health check-in and just like unplug kind of. So I was really feeling tugged at my spirit to just really take that time. And that's actually what I wanted to share with you guys. I know just from the few followers and subscribers, Vibe Tribe, that we've spoken to and connected with, you guys are all doing something really great. You guys are running your race. You're after something bigger than yourself. And I just want to tell you, you're doing a good job. And if you ever feel like you need to take a step back and just to be in your own energy and unplug and kind of, make sure your mental health is in a great space so that you can pour and do whatever your gift is in the best capacity possible, then there's nothing wrong with that. And so I just want to encourage you guys and tell you to learn to rest. Take those rests, listen to your body, your spirit, your mind when you need to do that without quitting, right? So that's why it was like, all right, a few days have gone by, so it's like, girl, get it together. Like, you got a few minutes, you've had a few days of that, it's time to get back on. So that you don't have to be like, man, I really got to get back on. And then it's like every few days, every month, every few months, you got to like totally rev back up and build that momentum. Like, that's not fun. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You feel me? What do you feel about that?
Oh, no, I just needed a break.
Yeah, like the first couple days, like he was already like, say less before I could even say anything. It was just like, I don't even know if you said something to me or I said something to you, but it was just like, we already was like, nah, not today, right? Yesterday, though, he was ready and on at our filming time, and I was like, about that, I just need like one more day, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I just want to tell you guys that I don't have anything else. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, though. What about you? Anything else?
No, not at the time, no. Just stay tuned for this upcoming Sunday for our next podcast episode.
So number 8, that's my number. It's a blessed number, too. So I'm excited.
So, yeah, that's pretty much it for this TruthVember. Is there anything else?
Oh, yes. Stay tuned, guys. Most definitely to TruthVember, to the Real Talk with Cass and Kai podcast on Spotify. We stream the episodes after we film them to YouTube, to our YouTube channel, do snippets and all that good stuff, behind the scenes, bloopers, to our social media, TikTok and IG. All of that is going to be available in our bio here on podcast, to wherever you are tapping in, right, and listening from. But I want to mention, I'm really excited about it, and I hope you guys support me and come over and watch. I'm going to be starting my own personal vlog, mukbang. Get ready with me, chit chats. Just come and vibe with me over there. I got some really special things to share, and I'm really excited about that. So tap in. What about you? Are you going to be doing anything like that? Maybe?
Not right now.
Oh, okay. Well, not yet. Stay tuned, though. But we hope you guys absolutely enjoyed this episode. We hope that you took something from it. Definitely leave a comment down below as to what freedom and security means to you. Which one moves you more, if any, more than the other? And your thoughts about it. And also, let us know what you guys want to hear from us and talk about. We absolutely love you guys. Vibe Tribe to the world. Bye.